Number 1. Cheating craft. In a world where academic success decides your entire future, the exam room becomes a ruthless battlefield. Passing the exams guarantees a successful future. Failing dooms you to live a cruel life, tormented by suffering and despair. Only the most intelligent, or cunning, students make it out alive. These are the two strategies of combat: spend your entire life studying for the test, or perfect your cheating strategy. The students who dedicate themselves to studying are called learning-type students, and they are forced to collaborate with a cheating-type student in order to battle their rivals for the top grades. The cheater Zhuge Muming and studious academic Qiao Yi Huang decide to team up against the exams. However, the allies are soon divided, becoming bitter rivals. Will they be able to make it on their own? And if so, who will survive the challenge and emerge victorious? Number 2. Liar Liar. Hiroto Shinohara is a new transfer student to Academy Island, where games determine student rankings. The more games won, the more stars a student has, with the highest ranking being that of a 7-star. On Hiroto's first day, he accidentally antagonizes Sarisa Sayonji, the so-called Empress of Academy Island and granddaughter of the island's head director. Forced into a game fueled by misunderstandings that he somehow ends up winning, he is thrust into a major bluff where he must lie about his ranking or risk expulsion from the school and island. Fortunately, with the help of the mysterious company headed by Shirayuki Himeji, Hiroto is not alone in his bluff. The company will do everything in its power to help him cheat his way through the game challenges sent his way by students wanting to beat him. Number 3. The Demon Sword Master of Excalibur Academy. The Demon Sword Master of Excalibur Academy. Battles for ancient kingdoms are nothing compared to the battles of a classroom. Awakening from magical stasis after 1,000 years, the Dark Lord Leonis suddenly finds himself in the body of a 10-year-old boy. He quickly meets Roselia, a girl confronting the voids, creatures that have nearly exterminated humanity. Determined to uncover the mysteries of this strange new era, Leonis enrolls in Excalibur Academy, a school that trains students to fight back against these enigmatic monsters. Number 4. Am I actually the strongest? A 20-year-old shut-in is suddenly transported from his apartment, only to appear in front of a goddess who offers him a second chance at life. Although she grants him overpowered magical abilities in this new world, when he awakes as the newborn Prince Reinhardt, his talents are only measured at level 2. Thinking their child to be an abysmal failure, his royal parents abandon him in the woods. There, the prince, who names himself Haruto, encounters Flay, a flame Fenrir who decides to devote her life in service to him. Haruto's relative, Gold Zenfis, meets them both in the woods and decides to adopt the child as his own. Number 5. Hinomaru Sumo. In professional sumo, there are no weight classes. It's a savage sport where the strongest survive, and anyone willing to test their mettle can step into the ring. There is, however, a minimum size requirement to be a pro sumo wrestler, and young Hinomaru Ushio, incredibly talented and hard-working though he may be, does not meet that requirement. This small boy has big dreams of reaching the highest class of sumo, Hinashita Kaisan. The only way he could possibly go pro is if he becomes the high school Yokozuna, a title given to the strongest wrestler in high school tournaments. Number 6. Mr. Villain's Day Off. As a member of a malevolent organization, the general is tasked with invading Earth and wiping out humanity. Even an extraterrestrial being like him, however, needs a chance to rest. Not even the Rangers, a team solely dedicated to defeating the general and his colleagues, will stand in the way of him visiting pandas at the zoo, buying ice cream at the convenience store, and enjoying his well-deserved day off from committing evil deeds. Number 7. Kaminohashi Ron no Kindan Suiri. Ron Kaminohashi, the best student in the history of the elite detective training academy Blue, has been living as a recluse since Blue expelled him 5 years ago. Moreover, he is forbidden to work as a detective, having barely escaped execution after getting involved in a murder case while he was still attending the school. Ron's situation changes drastically when police detective Totemaru Ishiki, following the advice of a senior colleague, seeks him out for help with a criminal case that has remained unsolved for months. Ron reluctantly agrees to help Totemaru and uses his phenomenal intuition to discover the culprit in less than a day. However, it appears that Ron suffers from a mysterious condition that can cause those around him to lose their lives. To Ron's great surprise, Totemaru manages to save the life of someone whom Ron put in jeopardy. 8. Dead Mount Death Play. A powerful necromancer known as the Corpse God dies during a legendary battle, only to be reborn as Polka Shinoyama, a young boy in modern-day Tokyo. In the process of trying to adapt to his new physical body, he gets targeted by various groups that deal with the supernatural. Among them is Misaki Sakamiya, a high school girl who can see spirits and is out for his blood from the very moment they meet. Attempting to make sense of this situation where unknown parties want him dead, Polka eventually meets Takumi Karuya, a contractor skilled in surveillance and hacking, and Lisa Karaki, a crime boss operating out of Shinjuku. Alongside these, and other unexpected allies, Polka braves danger to reveal the truth of his reincarnation and the fate awaiting the world he now lives in. 9. Solo Leveling. Humanity was caught at a precipice a decade ago when the first gates, portals linked with other dimensions that harbor monsters immune to conventional weaponry, emerged around the world. Alongside the appearance of the gates, various humans were transformed into hunters and bestowed superhuman abilities. Responsible for entering the gates and clearing the dungeons within, many hunters chose to form guilds to secure their livelihoods. Sung Jinwoo is an E-rank hunter dubbed as the weakest hunter of all mankind. While exploring a supposedly safe dungeon, he and his party encounter an unusual tunnel leading to a deeper area. Enticed by the prospect of treasure, the group presses forward, only to be confronted with horrors beyond their imagination. Miraculously, Jinwoo survives the incident and soon finds that he now has access to an interface visible only to him. This mysterious system promises him the power he has long dreamed of, but everything comes at a price. Number 10. Classroom for Heroes. After defeating the Demon Lord, the great hero Blade finds himself on the brink of death. Though he miraculously survives, he loses a significant portion of his strength. Being stripped of his immense power frees Blade from the obligation of being humanity's savior. He chooses to spend his newfound free time embarking on a new quest, making friends. Blade enrolls at Rosewood Academy, an institution that trains prospective heroes to become bona fide champions of justice. He quickly fits in, befriending his fellow classmates and helping them through the trials and tribulations on the path toward becoming a hero.